Black sold. Black armor. The strike cruiser of the Obsidian Spears, Matawhaura, drifted in-system on silent drives, her hull pitted from void storms and half-scalded clean by plasma shear. Beneath her, the world of Atherax turned slowly, an ash-streaked crustball of a planet, scattered with old hive ruins and trench scars visible even from orbit. In a vault room off Deck 16, 4 Obsidian Spears watched a flickering hololith cast pale blue light across their black armor. Sergeant Vaikato stood at the center, arms folded, helm clipped at his side. His face was weathered basalt, dark skin scored by old ritual lines, a faint sea salt patina whitening one pauldron from years of salt fog landings. The others sprawled or leaned like reef crabs waiting out a storm. Roa sat backwards on a crate, tapping a mag blade against his thigh. His freshly shaved scalp was crossed with a ragged old scar, and his armor looked half-stripped, extra webbing and knives lashed on like a salvage cruise. "They're throwing everyone at this one," he muttered, squinting at the slate. "Tuaruans, Krieg, Catachans, Vostroyans, that's the whole damn Imperial zoo." "All the flavours," Karaun said, squatting nearby on the balls of his feet. Wiry even in full plate, he worked a sliver of dried shellfish between his teeth and spat the husk into a last-pack cartridge. His vambraces were chipped obsidian, marked with stylized wave etchings from his home clan. Salty, flammable, and mostly doomed. "You worked with Catachans before?" Namihe asked, not moving. He lay flat on his back, boots crossed, his black armor streaked with ash and corrosion. A dull silver augmetic replaced his right eye, half-lidded as though barely tolerating wakefulness. "Once," Karaun replied. "One tried to strangle a hormigaunt with a bootlace. Didn't work, but it bought us a shot." "Sounds like Roa," Nami said without looking up. Roa pointed his blade lazily at him. "I win my fights. You lose your spears," chuckled Namihe. "And that was once." "Twice," Namik said, "and the second time it impaled a Tech Adept's crawler." He parked it behind me mid-charge. A hiss of exhaust, a slow creak of pistons. In the corner, sealed in his alcove behind void chain anchors and sigil-marked plating, the ancient sarcophagus of Taru stirred. "You all sound like wet initiates," the Dreadnought rumbled. His voice scratched like stone chains dragged across a dockyard. "I once fought beside a regiment from some dead forest world, skinny bastards in camo cloaks. Didn't pitch tents, just vanished when the light failed and came back with enemy scalps and half the ammo missing." Karaun tilted his head. "They good?" "They were quiet," Taru said. "That made them good enough." Vaikato didn't turn. "Focus?" They fell quiet. Another regiment manifest scrolled across the slate. "You know what's worse than jungle fights?" Karaun said. "Desert fights?" Roa offered. "No desert fights with Krieg." "Krieg? Bloody weirdos," Namihe muttered. "They don't talk," Karaun said. "They just dig. One of them offered to bury me before the battle started. Said it would save time." "They sleep in shell holes," Roa said. "Voluntarily." "They don't sleep," said Namihe. "They just stand there and wait to die." "They do hold the line," Vaikato murmured. "They hold because they want to die," Roa replied. "You can't flank a trench full of skeletons with laser guns." "I knew a Krieg major once," Taru rasped. "Asked if I had any last request before a counterattack. I said, 'Don't talk to me.' He nodded. We got along fine." "You're the only one who's ever said that to him," Karaun muttered. The projection shifted again. Namihe propped himself up on his elbows. "Wait, is that Brontian long knives?" Karaun grinned. "Here we go." "Who?" Roa asked. They all stared at him. "You've never heard of the Brontians?" Vaikato asked. Roa raised an eyebrow. "Should I have?" "Oh, this'll be good," Karaun said, sitting forward. "They fight with knives," Namihe explained. "And only knives, unless someone gives them a flamer or they steal a tank." "They charge everything," said Vaikato. "Scream, stab, die gloriously." "One of them tried to duel a Hellbrute," Karaun said. "Didn't survive, but he got a hit in." Roa blinked. "That's not bravery, that's madness." "Both," Vaikato said. "That's the whole point." Namihe snorted. "Just don't be standing in front of them when the order to advance comes. They don't check who's in the way." "So I'll take the 66th any day," Vaikato said. "Tuaruan infantry, Kaukiri support, solid." They don't worship us, Karaun said, chewing. That's worth something. They know how to shut up and fire straight, Namihe added. Roa nodded. And they swim. Can't say that for the Valhallans. The Valhallans don't feel anything, Karaun said. I saw one lose a leg and ask if he could keep shooting with the other. He did, Namihe said. I stitched him up later, didn't blink once. I fought beside one who didn't speak until the campaign was over, Taru added. Then he recited a hymn to the Emperor, so moving it made a commissar cry. Or he coughed blood. Same sound, really. They paused. You make that up? Roa asked. Of course I did, Taru said. But it's more believable than you surviving another war zone without dropping something. The slate dimmed. Orders would come soon, drop times, war rights, sealing codes. Vaikato gave a final glance at the hololith. Just try not to die alongside someone ridiculous. Statistically unlikely, Namihe muttered. Almost guaranteed, Karaun agreed. If any of them bring a bugle, Roa said, rising. I'm going back to orbit. Too late, Taru said, voice thick with static amusement. You're already in the shit. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you have enjoyed this story.